What is going on, guys? Brad here for Pickdawgz.com, and I got a pick in this Heat versus Grizzlies game going down on Friday, October 24th, 2025. Before I get into the free pick, if you guys want to take the guesswork out of it, if you want to save your time and are just looking for my best bets, you can always find those over at Pickdawgz Premium. These are the picks that I'm betting the most on. These are the picks that I like the best. I know you guys don't have the time to watch all the free content and just assume what my best bets are, so that's what the premium section is for. We do have the inner circle as well. Now, this is a one-on-one concierge service. You got to make big bets to get accepted. So if you're a high roller, if you're betting, 1,000 plus a game, this is a good service for you. We've had a lot of people hop on and have had a lot of success. So if that sounds like something more up your alley, text the number on the screen and we'll get back to you. But let's get right into this one, guys. We got the Miami Heat headed into Memphis to play the Grizzlies. The Miami Heat rolling into this one 0-1, whereas the Grizzlies 1-0. I took the Grizzlies in their first game against the Pelicans. I laid the 4 points, and I will say I shouldn't have won that bet. I got extremely lucky in that game. It's hard for me to explain the end of that game how I was able to cover, but if you know, you know. And we got lucky as hell. So I felt like I escaped death a little bit there with the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not going to lie, I didn't love how they looked against the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans will show improvement this season, but it's still the Pelicans, and they barely squeaked that one by. They were down very early in that game, and it was just kind of the Ja Morant show, man. They just kept putting the ball in Ja Morant's hands, and they were like, all right, we need this guy to come through for us. He had 35. What did Jaren Jackson have? Jaren Jackson had 18. Caldwell Pope had 15, so they did get some contributions from other guys, but it was the Ja Morant show. On the other hand, the Miami Heat did lose their first game to the Orlando Magic, but I actually thought the Heat looked pretty damn good, especially on the offensive side of the ball. This team was scoring some points. 6 guys got into double digits. Norman Powell, their new acquisition, put up 28. I thought the Heat looked really good. My thing about the Heat is, can they replicate a performance like that on the offensive side of the ball? I'm not too sure. And I kind of want to see a little bit more with this Heat team. I think Norman Powell was a really good addition for the Heat. But look, we've only seen one game, so I don't want to overreact. I'm going to do it again. I am going to be on the Grizzlies in this game. I think a lot of people are just kind of discounting the Grizzlies. You lose Desmond Bane. They didn't have a great season last year. They looked terrible in the preseason, but my sentiment with this team remains the same. When Ja Morant is in this lineup, this team is still really dangerous. He's still one of the best players in the NBA, in my opinion. And we've seen the Grizzlies over the last couple seasons, when Ja's healthy and when this team is playing at home, they typically cover. They've been a really good cover team. So I'm going to stick with that trend here. This will be back-to-back games for Miami on the road. This will be back-to-back games for Memphis at home. Like I said, I'm not sure if Miami can recreate an offensive performance like they did on Wednesday. So kind of want to sell high on Miami here. And I'm going to be on the Grizzlies. So give me Memphis here. Appreciate you guys watching this. Drop a like. Drop in the comments who you're taking in this one. Check out my $25 play of the day. Like I said, that is my best pick every single day. Most importantly, subscribe to Pickdawgz on YouTube because we're just trying to help you guys win some money. I'm going to catch you on the next one.